Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and as I'm sure you can hear from my voice, I'm still very much under the weather, not doing so hot, but the show must go on, and today we're going to be talking about basically the Israel-Palestine conflict right now. Now, I'm sure, like the entire world, you know that essentially there were massive rocket attacks and all of that against Israel, etc., by Hamas and all of that, and obviously, Israel is gearing up to go into Gaza and all of that, and my heart breaks for absolutely everybody in this situation, and just the sheer loss of life and brutality and whatever that is. And I think everybody that is looking at this objectively, hopefully, wants a peaceful and non-violent resolution of this entire thing. But we're talking about a very long history here. But today, I wanted to bring up something that isn't really being talked about in the press at all. We hear about the rocket attacks, the shootings, the all that kind of stuff, but there's one thing that's going on that very few are talking about, and that is the cyber warfare side of this, which has been incredibly active essentially since the start of the rocket barrage by Hamas and whatnot. So the only real source, as I was thinking about this when I actually went looking for this, and there's a few out there, but one that had a decent write-up was actually Sam Sabin of Axios. And he's pretty much aligned with what I've been seeing as well, as we here at Security Fanatics are looking at these kinds of things on behalf of clients and whatnot as well. But basically, if you didn't know, disruptive cyber attacks are basically taking down things like news sites and emergency services. And this has been starting basically since almost the beginning of this conflict, this new, I should say, escalated conflict. And obviously that spurs fear and confusion as people are trying to keep track of events, or possibly need to call for ambulances as, again, rockets are raining down and fighters are hitting things and all that kind of stuff. And so just in the last few days, we've got a couple that have been pretty major. So the Jerusalem Post basically said this past Monday that their website was down due to a series of cyber attacks for which the group known as Anonymous Sudan has claimed responsibility in its Telegram group. Fortunately, the Jerusalem Post is back online as of the next day. Another pro-Palestinian group known as a non-ghost also exploited a flaw in the Red Alert app, which alerts users to basically real-time rocket launches and sent fake alerts about a nuclear bomb. And that's according to researchers at Group IB as well. So that is obviously a terrifying prospect. I couldn't imagine being a citizen getting alerts saying incoming nuclear weapon. I mean, at that point, you're just hugging your kids and preparing for the worst. On top of it, you've got another pro-Palestine group, and we'll talk about the breakdown between Israel and Palestine with these groups, but a Ghosts of Palestine, which is another group, basically claimed in its Telegram group on Monday that it attacked a range of organizations, including Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ben Gurion Airport, and others. Fortunately, a lot of those websites and whatnot appear to be functional as of Monday afternoon. And obviously airports being open and moving back and forth are very critical, whether you've got people that are leaving the region or you've got incoming supplies, whatever that is. Now, a group, basically a security research group that tracks cyber warfare, known as CyberKnow, estimated that as of that past Monday, at least 58 groups were actively targeting both Israeli and Palestinian organizations with denial of service attacks. Of the 58 estimated groups participating in this conflict that we know of at the moment, CyberKnow believes that 10 of those are working on behalf of Israel, and 48 are working in either support of the Palestinians or just simply against Israel in general, meaning I don't have a conflict with the Palestinians, I don't care about that, I'm just not a fan of Israel, and so I'm going to hit it. And so they're seeing both pro-Palestinian and neutral but against Israel attackers. Now, the Ghosts of Palestine, there is a town by me called Palatine. The Ghosts of Palestine also issued a call basically in their Telegram group this past Sunday for hackers worldwide to join them in attacking Israeli and also U.S. public and private infrastructure, as the United States is very publicly a staunch ally of Israel and is supporting them and the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, through essentially this conflict since the start. Now, a few groups that were working against Israel were also discovered to be pro-Russian hacking groups as well, including Killnet, which is pretty well known for this. And also, just as an FYI, Israel and Iran have also long engaged in offensive cyber attacks against one another, which has resulted in things like, hacked gas stations, halted steel production, near breaches of water utilities, and on and on and on. If you didn't know, Hamas, which essentially is the leadership organization of Palestine that was elected to that position, has claimed that Iran is actually offering them backing and logistical support. Interestingly enough as well, if you didn't know, back in March of 2023, this year, leaders of Hamas went to Moscow as well. And so there is speculation that this in part is machinations of Russia essentially trying to widen global conflict, tie up U.S. focus, interest, and resources away from Ukraine to obviously Israel and all of this. And if Iran is getting pulled in, then inevitably Saudi Arabia will get pulled in, and everything else, as they've been running a proxy war, just south of Saudi Arabia in Yemen for quite some time. So it is a complete mess of geopolitical machinations, but we're going to see what goes on here. And for context, Iran targeted Israel's government and private organizations more than any other country from July of 2022 through June of 2023, and that's according to a Microsoft report that was actually released last week prior to this attack from Hamas. So we're going to see what happens here. It's obviously a mess. But, again, at the end of the day, I just would hope that everybody would live in peace, just understanding that's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm not naive, but hopefully this will come to a peaceful and quick resolution without too much loss of life. And I think that might be a pipe dream, but I think we're all hoping for that. But understand that as you are seeing rockets fly and people getting shot and reports of, just innocents being killed one way or the other, understand that on the background, there's always cyber warfare going on. There's always hacking going on, and that is always part of it. And while a lot of people don't think about that as warfare, it absolutely is. And here we are. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. And now I'm going back to bed. Take care.